Hi, I am Shynna, the Financial Fanatic, and I just exposed my business on BizLinks TV network. You can learn how you can become financially empowered coming up on my episode of That's My Biz on BizLinks TV.
That's My Biz is sponsored by Visita Live Site and Constant Contact. Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of That's My Biz. I'm Pamela Alexander, your host, and you know we're always excited to bring you to you the wonderful businesses, nonprofits, and associations that we meet when we're out there networking. We want to remind you, keep going to www.bizlinks.tv so that you can continue watching these great shows. We want to thank you all for giving us feedback. Keep doing that on our social media properties. You know where to find us. It's BizLinks TV, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, we're all over the place. You know how to find us. Look at BizLinks TV. We have a fantastic guest with us today. We have Miss Shynna, the Financial Fanatic. Welcome, Shynna.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having me.
Certainly, we're so excited to bring her on and to hear some of what she has to share. Since she's so fanatic about finances and financials for your business, we want to make sure that we share that with you as well. So, Shynna, the first thing that I want to start with is, why are you titled the Financial Fanatic?
That name comes from me covering everything up under the financial umbrella, from finances covering credit, entrepreneurship, business, insurance, investing, how money works, how credit works, everything underneath the financial umbrella. Since I've been into, real estate agent, businesses, commercial businesses, so I cover it all.
Okay, so what got you into the finance industry?
Well, being a real estate agent and a loan processor and actually owning my own businesses and having multiple streams of income, and throughout the years telling my family and friends unconsciously about credit, about being an entrepreneur, about everything underneath that umbrella. So I decided to go public with it and put it in black and white in my book and just go public with it.
Okay, all right. So let's talk a little bit about finances for small businesses, because that's an area that can be a challenge, because businesses, they're used to doing what it is they do, whatever their service or product is. But when it starts coming to dealing with the finances, that can be a big challenge. So now let's start, we're talking about the finances, let's start with the whole startup side of it, and what businesses need to know as a new entrepreneur to get started with their finances.
Well, if they're looking to gain like business credit, are you speaking of? Okay, when you're talking about like building business credit, a lot of people think that their tax ID is what builds business credit, and it's not. It's actually your Dun and Brad number. And you have to treat your business credit as you would treat your personal credit. And there's actually a business credit profile with Duns and Bradstreet, which is a DNB number that people actually is really in tune with their business credit, with making sure that they have no, false information on there, just as you would your credit profile. But a lot of people think that just because you have a tax ID number and your business set up, registered with the Secretary of State and everything like that, that's building your business credit, and it's not.
Okay, so now let's even go back further than that, because you mentioned the tax ID number. So as a startup, what is that? What's my tax ID number?
Okay, your tax ID number is what makes your business separate from you personally. So when you go and say apply for business credit, you have a Dun and Brad number that you want to make sure that they use, not the tax ID number. So people will go sometimes and apply for store credit and stuff, like maybe your Office Max or Home Depot and things, and go out and apply with the tax ID number, and that's not how it works. You need to have your Dun and Brad number, and to actually set up a profile with Dun and Brad and actually invest into Dun and Brad, because it's a lot of things that we must get in tune with when you have a business and trying to build business credit.
Okay, so let's talk about business credit, because I'm a brand new business, I'm a startup, I don't have any business credit. So where am I supposed to start?
You want to get in tune with Dun and Brad.
Okay.
So, and then also I meant to say about the business checking account.
Okay.
They also think because they have the business checking account, tax ID number, and your business is set up with the Secretary of State.
Right. Yeah.
That's building your business credit now. So really, I just recommend you definitely to get you a Dun & Brad profile, Dun & Brad number, and you do have to start off small, just like you would with your personal credit, and maybe get a small line of credit with like Office Max or whatever industry that you're in. Try and start off small. So that is.
Okay.
That is the key.
Okay. So for startups out there, some of the first things that you need to make sure you're making a note of, because we already know you have to establish that business entity itself, and in that getting your tax ID number, and then of course your bank account that goes along with that. And we'll make sure that you're accepting credit cards and get your money now. But so then next is your Dun & Bradstreet number.
Yes.
Okay. So building that business credit.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Especially if you're like providing services, or like, let me put that another way, especially if you have to order and have stock and inventory.
Okay.
That's mainly what the Dun & Brad number would be useful for if you're the type of business that have to have inventory, stock, and billing, and things like that.
So it's kind of like my Social Security number for my business.
For your business, to separate you.
Okay, so you all got that, because we want you to establish your businesses the right way and do it the right way. Now, let's stay on Dun & Bradstreet for a minute, because they definitely are key to business, can be key to business growth, but keeping up with the health of your business, financial health of your business. But now you also mentioned investing in Dun & Bradstreet. So what are the different levels of engagement that you can have with Dun & Bradstreet?
Oh, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. So you want to actually give them a call, Dun & Brad.
Okay.
Make up your business profile with them. Make sure you get your Dun & Bradstreet number, and have a consultation with them. Let them know what you're actually doing, what type of business you have, and so therefore they will let you know what bracket you need to be in, what package you need to have, because they have different packages to get you going, to make sure that your business is being reported properly with that Dun & Brad number.
Okay. So you've got the start. So now let's get into the next level of business. So now a business has been a little bit more established. They've been there. They made that 5-year mark at least. What are some of the next things they do? Maybe they have some business going, but they're looking for that next level of financing to grow their business.
That's where, again, Dun & Brad number, having that and having that report and having things reported to them so they can see your history, how you operate and pay your bills and everything like that. That's what they use when you go and try to apply for a business loan. That helps you tremendously. So a lot of people wonder why they try to go apply for a business loan and not getting approved, because they don't have a Dun & Brad number. They have that tax ID number. And it's a big difference. Got to have that Dun & Bradstreet, especially if you're trying to take it to the next level and get loans and invest more and take your business to the next level. Okay.
So now if you have, I want to talk about with the business, and they have a business plan, and one of the big pieces or elements in their business plan is the financial piece, especially if they're trying to get some bank loans and things like that. Where do they start with figuring out, one, what needs to go into a business plan from the financial side of it? Let's start there.
Numbers. So, of course, when you start your business plan, you have to have your statistics there, like your numbers, the location where you're planning on having your business at, the revenue, the traffic that, goes by where the location is, and the sales potential, and like your startup fees, and at least 6 to 12 months of money put aside for your business until you start actually making money. Because the first few months of business, of course, is getting the doors open and just basically the groundwork. And before your money starts flowing, and you want to make sure you have that safety net for your overhead, because you still have lights, you still have all of those utility bills and rent. Some places will give you, some buildings will give you like a build out time and a few months to kind of have business rolling. So you make sure you ask those questions when you're going to look for a place and sign a lease for your business. Make sure you ask them about build out time and months to kind of get business going, because they will give it to you.
Great. Well, everyone, I hope that you're getting some good information, learning a lot, especially with the startup businesses, but businesses that are a little bit more established, some of the things that you need to consider when it comes to the finances for your business. We're going to take a quick break for our sponsors, and then we're going to be right back with Shynna and ask some more financial questions for you. We'll be right back.
How does your small business stay top of mind with customers? From deals that bring them in with an offer, to social media promotions that turn fans into customers, to events that engage and create buzz, to emails that keep loyal customers coming back. Our easy-to-use tools will keep you in front of your customers.
Visita provides a complete business calendar, fully integrated with your client scheduling experience. You can view and manage your daily schedule and any upcoming meetings, and most importantly, schedule new appointments and follow-ups with your clients. Using Visita Calendar for client scheduling will save you time and deliver a better service to your clients. Visita Calendar automatically syncs with your existing calendar on Google, Outlook, iPhone, and more.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks again to our sponsors. We're so excited to have all of our sponsors on board and appreciate everything they do. We're also excited to announce our newest sponsor that's coming on board, Miss Felicia Anchetta. She's your professional girlfriend with Touchstone Crystal by Swarovski. So we're so excited to welcome her on board. Keep an eye out. We also want to thank you, our viewers, for continuing to watch us, continuing to support us. Please keep those comments coming. Please keep that engagement coming in. Let us know as you're visiting our wonderful guests and doing business with them. Let us know your experiences as well. Again, you know, it's BizLinks TV. Also on our social media properties, BizLinks TV is where you can find us there. Now, before the break, we were talking with Miss Shynna Key, the financial fanatic, and she was sharing a lot of information for businesses, especially about getting their Dun & Bradstreet number and about their building their business credit. So make sure that you rewind this again and take those notes about it and start looking into that so that you can grow your business. We want to dive in a little bit now because she's also an author and a speaker, but her book, Wealth is a Mindset, is available. So we want to talk a little bit about that. So Shynna, please tell us, Wealth is a Mindset. What's behind that?
Yes. Wealth is a Mindset. That book there, that's my memoir.
Okay.
It is, again, about everything underneath the financial umbrella. Okay. All of your one-on-one tips on from how money works, credit works, renting versus owning, investing. Let's see here, how money should be taught in the classrooms, and about your typical American dream. There's like, everything is just about financials, and especially about, you know, even fresh out of high school.
That's a good one.
And you get ready to go to college.
Yeah.
You know, poor college students get all these credit cards thrown at them, and they just think, oh, I have credit cards, and they go so wipe away crazy.
Right.
But the thing about it, it is very important to know how credit actually works.
Yeah.
Yes, it can hurt you. You think just because you have a credit card, oh, I got good credit, and you swiping away, and you spend more than 30% of that credit card balance. And damaged your score just like that.
Okay. And then something, so hearing that, so the book is not just for business around finances, but it's also for individuals, so on that personal level, consumer level, for talking about finances.
Yes. And also about entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Can't forget that. So everything I do is about finances, credit, and entrepreneurship, business. So, yes.
So let's dive into the credit piece a little bit, because that is huge. It's huge both for businesses, but also definitely for individuals. Yes. So like you shared the information about credit cards, and now since you have the kind of stigma around credit cards, and because it can hurt your credit, talk a little bit about those that may have the mindset of, well then, especially millennials that don't want to deal with credit.
Credit, you can't get away from not having a good credit score. You can't run from it. You have people that used to say, well, I have the cash. I don't need credit. Yes, you do. Your world revolves around that credit score. It's like your Social Security number. Okay, so it's very important to know your score, know your status, know your FICO score. Make sure that you don't have any mistakes on your credit report, because one mistake can cost you about 30 points on your credit report.
Okay.
So it's very important to make sure you don't have any errors on your credit report. Make sure you check it at least every 3 months, I say.
Okay. So to check my credit report, because how many do I get a year, or how often can I check it in a year?
Well, consumers are entitled to one free credit report once a year by going to annualcreditreport.com.
Okay.
So you're entitled to one free credit annual report a year.
Okay.
Yes. And it gives you the 3 different TransUnion, Equifax, and Experience. So it'll give you the 3 different ones, and you just probably have to pay $1 or $2 to get your score at the end. But you want to know your score. Okay.
And then you mentioned checking it quarterly. So then what do I need to do beyond that free one that I get?
Beyond that free one, I will check it again. Then 3. Well, you're gonna have to pay for it, but it's not much at all, and it's worth the investment. Like a few dollars to know your score, know where you stand, because it's very important. If you know where you stand, you can have some leverage to negotiate.
Okay.
So, if you go to apply for a credit card and they give you a high interest rate of 23%, you're able to say, "Wait a minute, my score is 680, 700." I'm not accepting that.
Okay.
And they will be willing to be like, okay, and give you a lower APR.
Okay.
So
it's your job to know what your score is. Don't get mad at them for offering
you
a higher interest rate and you didn't ask for something lower demanded. So with that in mind, what is a good credit score that does put you in that positive position to be able to kind of name your rate, so to speak?
I'll say 700 and up.
Okay.
680. You're almost there, so why not invest to get 7 and up? So then you have negotiating powers.
Okay.
And leverage.
Okay. So let me ask you too, what are some of the challenges or what things have you seen that businesses have done incorrectly as it relates to their finances?
Not having their budget together. So your budgeting is very important. So the budgeting, especially for your marketing and the expenses, is very important. You cannot shave off your numbers and play with them, because if you're shaving off your numbers on your budgeting, you're saving off your numbers for your revenue coming in. So you must stick to the script.
Okay.
Yes.
So planning your finances, knowing what your expenses are, and knowing what your income is.
Yes, and especially with tax deductions and things like that. You want to make sure, especially if you have a home-based business, that you're entitled to about up to 450 additional tax deductions alone, just for having a home-based business. So make sure you understand your status, where you're at, and utilize everything you can to leverage.
Okay, but that's establishing yourself as a business, an official home-based business, not just out there doing your hobby and saying I can write things off.
No, and it's a fine line between there. So if you have a hobby or something you really enjoy doing, and you do a lot of work from home pertaining to that, that is considered a home-based business. And so a part of your, light bill, your water bill, your internet, phone, all of those things are actually you're using for your home-based business. 9 times out of 10, everything now is electronic. So
Okay. So now, Shynna, I know your financial and business empowerment is your area of expertise. How do you work with small businesses?
Small businesses, well, for me mainly is to get people going with entrepreneurship and business. So more so on the startup side to get you going, to being an entrepreneur and starting your own business. Okay, so now with that, how can people get in touch with you? They can get in touch with me. My website is www.shynnakey.com. Now, I know my name is not so simple.
Spell it for
so it is spelled Shynna. Last name Key, Key. So that's Shynnakey.com. Everything is uniform.
Okay.
You know, so Shynna Key, you can follow me everywhere.
Okay.
Google me, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, you name it, I'm there. YouTube.
Okay.
So
y'all know how to find her.
Yes.
So if you have some questions about finances, you definitely want to reach out to her, whether it's for your business, whether it's for an individual. Make sure that you reach out to her.
Yes.
And then also your book, Wealth is a Mindset.
Yes.
Do they get that off your website as well?
You can get that off my website. It's actually in 39,000 retail stores and in 13 countries.
Okay.
So if you want something in black and white, that is your Bible. It's not just a book. It's a workbook and journal all in one. And have your worksheets all in there for you. So it's not just a book.
Okay.
So yes, it's that book there is all about your mindset.
Okay.
So my philosophy is simple. Just because you're not born with a silver spoon in your mouth does not mean you cannot get one. So I'm always here empowering you to build your empire. Definitely.
We love that. Shynna, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm so honored.
Great. Thank you, everyone. I know you got some great information. Again, go back, play it again, share it with your family and friends. You know some people that might need a little bit of financial help, so you might just want to go ahead and gift the book. Go ahead, get it and give it to them, but make sure you read it and get one for yourself as well. But again, you had our information, shynakey.com. We also want to remind you, continue to watch this show and other episodes at www.bizlinks.tv. You can also go to our social media properties, facebook.com, youtube.com, Instagram, Pinterest. You can find us out there. We're always BizLinks TV. I'm Pamela Alexander, exposing your business to the world.